Hey everyone, welcome to Those Were the Days radio and podcast show, and this is Kwesi Talking Music. Yeah! Today I'll be reviewing the 1985 album We Are the World. This album means a lot to me because this was the tape cassette that was on repeat in my family's cross-country road trip from California to Maryland in the summer of '85. For those who don't know, this album was a compilation of artists from multiple genres released by Columbia Records to help promote the lead single, We Are the World, a track that was created by the superstar charity USA for Africa for famine relief efforts in Ethiopia. So that's the background, and here is the review of this awesome album. We Are the World by USA for Africa. We Are the World is the title track and the song that's most well known on the album. The song was created as a response to the British supergroup Band Aid's Do They Know It's Christmas? Musician and activist Harry Belafonte, with the help of music manager Ken Cragen, decided to create an American benefit single for African famine relief by enlisting several musicians. The song was written by the talented 80s superstars Lionel Richie and Michael Jackson, and this track was everywhere back then. I even remember walking into supermarkets and convenience stores hearing it. I love this song. It's very much a product of its time, but I gotta say it's still amazing hearing all these artists on one song. Even the ones that I really don't listen to. I mean, I even recall my cousin David mentioning that he loved Dionne Warwick's vocals, but then he was really pissed off because they were, in his words, immediately ruined by Willie Nelson coming in after her. Good times. But man, this is just amazing. All the solos and duets intertwine with the 80s pop rock behind it. It's simple, but it works in all ways, especially when the chorus comes in. You just can't help but smile at the lyrical and vocal perfection in its pitch, tone, and delivery. A brilliant masterpiece that never got old as we drove across the country, and you know what? I still love listening to it today. If Only for the Moment Girl by Steve Perry. I fondly remember this being one of my brother's favorite songs on the album. He used to sing it when it came on, and it makes me smile when I recall those moments. Steve Perry's voice in all of its glory is lively in his delivery, just like he was when he was the lead singer of Journey. The melody is really catchy and feels good, especially when you're in need of a pick-me-up. I really love the middle section of the song, from the saxophone solo until the very end. Everything about these moments are extremely hummable. By the way, this song was not originally included on his 1984 album Street Talk, but was placed on it later as a bonus track for the 2006 reissue. This is a truly lovely track that deserves a lot more attention. Just a Little Closer by the Pointer Sisters. When I found this album on vinyl a couple years ago digging through some crates at a thrift shop, I played this track and instantly remembered how much I loved it. The Pointer Sisters at this time are going through a pop resurgence of sorts with their 1983 album Breakout, as well as their work on the Beverly Hills Cop soundtrack in 1984. This track was written by successful songwriters Robbie Neville and Mark Mueller and is a fun, funky romp into electric pop that is very, very 80s. The sisters' voices are on point the whole time, and while it doesn't quite measure up to some of their best tracks, it's still a really good trip into the time machine back to a decade of decadence. Trapped by Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. It's funny how I never really understood the hype behind Bruce Springsteen. He's very blue-collar East Coast American, just like John Cougar Mellencamp, and his music isn't stuff that I would go to anytime. But you know what? This song really is a fun one for me. Recorded at one of his live events, this one is a cover of a 1972 reggae song by Jimmy Cliff. A fully rock-oriented version that really takes strides during the chorus. There is one extremely prominent background female vocalist that I really enjoy when I hear her come in. It fits the song perfectly. Funny thing, when I was a kid, this was a song that we either tried to fast forward past as it was the last one on side A, but my father would get a little annoyed, so we just sat through it. You know what, my adult ears almost 40 years later can appreciate it a whole lot more. A great tune that I sit through each time I hear it these days. Tears Are Not Enough by Northern Lights. And here we come to the Canadian response to the British song Do They Know It's Christmas? And guess what? When I was a kid, I actually preferred this to We Are the World. I absolutely love the chorus and those voices. Wow! Gordon Lightfoot, Dan Hill, Anne Murray, Joni Mitchell, Bryan Adams, Corey Hart, and more. Wow! What a supergroup that could hold their own with their American counterparts. I mean, they even included comedians John Candy, Eugene Levy, and Catherine O'Hara. Wow. The chorus is extremely catchy and the lyrics are brilliant. The French section just makes it really Canadian, and I'm here for every bit of it. David Foster, the amazing super-songwriter, is on top form here with this track, and in my opinion, it outshines both the British and the American benefit singles, and it's really hard to top this one. For the Tears in Your Eyes by Prince and the Revolution. Oh man, the dynamic Prince is part of this compilation. I remember this one when we were driving across the country, and somewhere in Oklahoma, I woke up in the middle of the night hearing the guitar licks at the beginning of the song. This song really conjures up some really great memories of that summer, and Prince's vocals just make you feel so good. That voice, wow, you can easily forget how his voice just captured the emotions he was trying to bring. The lyrics are brilliant, and the beautiful background vocals by Lisa and Wendy of The Revolution showcase how in sync they were with him. The song is one of the shorter ones on here, but it's a nice change of pace from the rest of the songs here. Impeccable, impeccable work. Good for Nothing by Chicago. This song was also an enjoyable listen while traveling across the country. I didn't really get into Chicago's discography until later in my life, so I didn't truly understand the musicianship in this band. These days, I know this song is not one that most people remember when talking about the Peter Cetera era. In fact, I believe this was the last track that Peter Cetera recorded with Chicago before embarking on a solo career. And you know what? That makes it much more special. Written by David Foster and Richard Marx, this song was one that I actually forgot about until I re-listened to the album after getting the vinyl record a couple years ago. I can't deny the quality of musicianship on here, and the clear, smooth singing by Peter Cetera is amazing. The song isn't bad, but again, it's not Chicago's best, but I do appreciate it. Total Control by Tina Turner. Speaking of not being among the best, here is a track by Tina Turner that I really didn't care for. In fact, I remember making fun of this song and making fun of the way she sang this song and even making faces when she sang it. I mean, the truth is I really liked other songs of hers at the time. And yeah, this one I didn't really like. But I appreciate her vocal delivery, which I feel is pretty awesome. But I'm still really not a fan of this track. The music seems to drag on, even though I'm pretty sure that's the feel that they were going for. I mean, really, it's not a bad song, but I just feel it's somewhat bland compared to the rest of the tracks of this album. Sorry, Tina. A Little More Love by Kenny Rogers. The country and western edition on this album is, in my opinion, really outstanding. I appreciate Kenny Rogers. I mean, his voice just feels so wholesome. His style, especially during this period, was more country pop, which I like a lot more than straight country, with some exceptions. I really like the vocal work a lot. The guitar solo in the middle is brilliant, and that bass line during the chorus is exquisite. It's another one of the shorter entries on this album, but I don't feel that it would benefit from another minute or so. It's just perfect the way it is. I never thought I would say that this song is one I would like a lot on this album, but, you know, I do. And it's not a genre that I really go to a lot, but you know what? I have an appreciation for all types of music, and this song really hits the spot. Trouble in Paradise by Huey Lewis and the News. This live recording of a track from their 1980 album is catchy and enjoyable. I love the saxophone solo in the middle of the song, and while Huey Lewis's husky voice gives you that early 1980s nostalgia, the chorus sung by the band members feels fresh and engaging. This song just brings back memories of living carefree and happy in the flashy decade of the 1980s. It's of its time and feels every bit of it, and that's meant as a compliment. I remember singing along with this song as we drove across the country, and when it was finished, the tape would flip over and restart with We Are the World. Marvelous. And that was my review of the 1985 album, We Are the World. Thank you for listening, and please like, share, comment, or subscribe. We'd love to hear from you. Take care of yourselves, and see you all again on the next episode of Talkin' Music.